Hello everyone, it's Liz again and I'm here for my week 6 pregnancy vlog. I apologise, the week 5 one is only just going to have gone up on YouTube just before this one, but it's been a bit of a crazy week, and so I've just had to put up the basic footage of me doing my blog. I haven't been able to do the fancy titles that I wanted to do, that I did in the 4-week vlog, and the same again for today. I just things haven't been great this week, so I'm just doing the bare minimum really, but wanted to keep you all updated. So last week, the week 5 one, everything I think was going quite well. We had a really good weekend. It was a bank holiday here in the UK, and the weather was gorgeous. So we spent a lot of time in the garden, and my husband was doing lots of gardening with me, directing him about because I didn't want to do anything too strenuous. So bless him, he was really good and did lots of hard work, so it looks great now. And then on the Monday, you might remember I had a dilemma because my friends all wanted to do something a bit crazy. But in the end, we just went for a lovely picnic at a local park that has a big lake. So we sat there all day. Some of my friends have got quite young ones, 1-year-olds, so we had fun playing with them. And it was just a lovely day, and managed to get home in time to do my various medications. Then this week largely has been, excuse me, largely has been uneventful. But just yesterday, Thursday, I'd been at work all day, absolutely fine, and then I went to the supermarket on the way home just to get a few bits. So I just picked up a basket, and I wouldn't say it was really that heavy, but it was getting to the point that I thought I really shouldn't put any more in this basket because it was getting a bit heavy. And I was just walking along, and all of a sudden I got this really sharp pain in my left lower side, and it kind of stopped me in my tracks, and I put the basket down on the floor, and I was just quite worried about it, and it instantly made me panic, and so then that made me feel a bit funny, and so I abandoned the basket. I felt a bit bad about that, but I abandoned the basket and went and sat in the cafe that they have in the supermarket. So just went and had a bit of a sit down, but it wasn't getting any better really, and it felt a bit tender when I touched on that area. So I rang my husband, and I had the car with me at the supermarket, but I really didn't feel able to drive. So he, bless him, it was pouring down with rain, but he was at home already, and so he left straight away and basically half ran to the supermarket. It took him about 10-15 minutes. So he was soaked when he got there. But we got to the car, and we went up to accident and emergency at the hospital. Because I was just so worried that it was maybe the sign of an ectopic pregnancy. So we got booked in there, and we had to wait probably about half an hour to be seen by a nurse. She did a urine sample, everything was fine. Blood pressure was a little bit high, but she said that was probably because I was anxious, and my temperature was like a tiny bit raised. So she then kind of funneled me through to see the most appropriate doctor, but I had to wait about another half an hour to see him. But he was great. He really kind of took note of my history, and I think he could see that we were just so anxious. By the time he'd seen me, though, the pain had kind of gone. He had me lie on the couch and felt my stomach all over, and there was no pain. I was really quite surprised, especially when he was pressing on the area that was hurting before. So he spoke to the on-call obs and gynae doctor that was on yesterday just for a bit of extra advice, and he wasn't too concerned either with my symptoms and the fact that the pain had reduced. So, but he did say it would be worth scanning me at the early pregnancy unit. but they didn't have any appointments until Monday, and this was Thursday yesterday, so that felt like a really long time to wait, but I thought I'll take the appointment anyway, just in case. So I went home, rested, we had some dinner. It was like 9 o'clock at night by the time we got home, and I've been out all day from work, so I was so tired, so I managed to sleep really well last night. And then when I woke up this morning, I felt fine, just still had a bit of a niggly pain in that left side. It wasn't sharp, just felt a bit kind of heavy, a bit weird. So I rang our fertility clinic, and because I know that they do a clinic on a Friday morning, so I just explained, and I said I was really worried, and I just said, is there any chance that they could fit me in? You know, I'm happy to sit and wait this morning. Spoke to the consultant actually, and he was just like, yeah, come in straight away, it's fine, we'll fit you in. So I was just so relieved, and they're just so accommodating, and yeah, I have nothing but praise for them, they're so good. So I had to get a taxi to the hospital because my husband had taken the car today because I was going to be resting, so he thought he might as well have the car, and I wouldn't have driven anywhere, I don't think. So I got a taxi up there, and I'm sorry if this is too much information, but literally just before I led on the couch, I said, could I go to the toilet, because they were going to do an internal scan. So I went to the loo, and then when I wiped, there was a little bit of red spotting. So I told them straight away, and they were like, okay, don't worry, we'll just do the scan anyway. That's the first bleeding I've had at all. I was just terrified, absolutely terrified, but they did the scan, and straight away she said, look, I'm going to show you this because it's good news. And she showed me a healthy looking embryo in the uterus, and she showed me the heart beating. It's too early to measure it, but she said it looked really strong, and I couldn't believe it really, what she was telling me. She looked all around, she couldn't see any blood anywhere, so she doesn't know where that bit of spotting came from. And I haven't had any since. Ovaries looked fine, everything just looked normal and was measuring at the right stage. So the consultant kind of chatted to me about it, and he was like, maybe it was just a muscular thing because of carrying the shopping basket. I don't know. So anyway, he still said to rest for the weekend, and I'm going to keep the appointment for Monday for the scan just in case, but if I haven't had any concerns over the weekend, then he said probably best to cancel that, because I'm still booked in to have my scan with the fertility clinic, as was always planned, on the 15th of May, so that's only next Wednesday. So yes, a bit of an eventful end to week 6, but hopefully things are okay, and I'm just finding it hard to kind of think positively about it. I just don't want to let my mind get carried away and get too excited. I'm scared of it being taken away again. And if you've had a loss, you might be able to relate to that. Leave a comment below and let me know kind of how you got through it without going insane. So yeah, I think that's it really. I haven't had any other symptoms. Just a couple of days of real crazy tiredness, but still not really any sickness, and that's about it really. So here's hoping for a calmer week 7, and I'll see you all next week, and hopefully I can do a better video for you. So I'm sorry about my hair and lack of makeup and all of that jazz, but I'm sure you understand. Okay, so I will see you all next week. I hope you all have a good week, and you're all well. Okay, bye for now.